Wow, that was incredible.
Oh,
Perfect. So it's Vicki Crystal and Mr. Edward here. Tap into the energy, and by tapping into the energy, just take a deep breath. Allow, say this to yourself. It is an assistance of the opening of the energy running through the collective. There are pinpoints of energy coming through this beloved channel, and we would say the other channel. This beautiful lake. The energies are big in the collective right now. The light that is transmitting through your body, you are seeing it in yourself and in others. Others are seeing. Some are aware they're not even seeing it, but they are. The energy of the collective is a very powerful place to tap in. When you tap into the collective of yourself, it automatically taps you into the collective. There are going to be times, and we are bringing this forward now, to disconnect. We would say, when it becomes unbearable, disconnect. It is like a shutting of the door. So you may walk around your days lighter. You are not turning away by not focusing on what is going on in the world. You are actually, when you are tapped into yourself, in your natural state of being, you are tapped in. And when you are disconnected from the collective, you do not feel the weight it is going through only. You will recognize if you focus on something happy, you will recognize it moves through you very quickly and become unbearable. We are only bringing this up for that is a moment to disconnect, to shut the door for a moment. You are recognizing, all of you, big things in the world, in every place that you are. The shift of the collective, the breaking down, the coming together, the uniting. You are living in powerful times, and your body is adapting to powerful energies. We do not state how it will look in the physical body, for we do not know. We are learning as you are learning. Many, we would say, are caught up in the nonsense of life. We would say, like, am I good enough? Am I tapped in enough? Let's go of all that. You are connecting always. It is only you that disconnects when connection is needed. As we are sitting here speaking, you can feel energy through your being, fluently running. I allow the energy to move where it feels stagnant. You hold on to so much, and in a light body way, conscious being, the holding on holds you down heavier. It is you that is holding on to how long you hold on to that, we will say. So, in those times, go in nature, breathe. You slow everything with the breath. The illumination from the moon, from the sun, onto you. You are bigger than you know. I We are asking if there are any questions from you, beloved.
Got nothing at the moment.
Perfect place to be. Your worlds will be softer when you play in your life. Be like a child and play, not focused on what's going on so much around you, as in, focused on how does my feet feel on the ground? How does it feel to sit with the wind? How does it feel to let the rain touch my skin? Your body is your conductor. It is moving you along quickly and soft. We will say the next 48 hours of tapping into this energy, you will be in residence of this energy. It will fluently run through your body. Rest when needed. Move the body when needed. Allow yourself to create change before your eyes, here and now, one step at a time, just by your breath. We are with you always. I do. Wow.
Hmm.
We're like a tree. Wow. When it was showing, that was like a pinpoint when I was channeling is like to disconnect. I never thought about disconnect when that energy because we're feeling it so much. To
Hmm.
really just disconnect and but it's not like, our energy's still there. We're just not in it. We're here.
It's more just like connecting where you are, isn't it? Just
Yes,
it's a focusing of the now,
absolutely.
where you are now,
Absolutely. That you
or
said,
where your body is now, perhaps is more accurate.
yes. Yeah, everything in front of
Yeah.
you. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you know what? I want to talk about this for a moment. This whole year so far has been about letting everything go. Everything I learned, letting everything go. And I watched myself turn into what I would call like an elder.
Mm.
It is an elder, it feels like it. And I have a little bit of doubt about that wisdom of me, but you know what? This week has been so many people have been coming forward and telling me how I changed their life, how
Mm.
they adore me. And it's just words I've never really heard. And how, like, I talked to a guy last night and he was like, you are a rare being and you don't even know it. And
I get the shivers.
I was just like, and he goes, just listening to you, even if I don't understand the words or I don't understand what's going on, he goes, you calm my body. He goes, my body calms.
It's like you, I saw your video about someone who saw your stuff from 7 years ago.
Yes, him
And
too.
so I guess that's maybe when we connected. And I feel
Yeah,
like the difference that I've seen with you is more you're there's less between when you're channeling and when you're, Vicky, let's say it. But also it feels like you're more aware of what you've always been,
yeah.
perhaps.
It's actually true. It's only I get in the way of myself because self-doubt, comes in. And
Yeah. But there's
but
less
that
of that now.
there's way less of that, way
Yeah.
less of that. And to tell you the truth, going out and working around my yard, creating whenever I'm creating, it's like it's like you're in pure bliss. But you have to find that bliss. You have to make it happen. If I sit with myself and I start connecting into what's going even on in my family, uh, I start feeling this heaviness over it. And instead of trying to figure out what that is, it's like, okay, let's do these steps to take it away. Because I know
Mm.
how to run the energy so it's not sticking in my body.
It's
Because
all about moving finding something to do with your hands, isn't it, in nature?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's truly creating. It doesn't matter if
Yeah.
you're singing, dancing, it doesn't even matter. And I've had a lot of pain in my hands this last 6 months too. And it's shown me when I move the energy and I move my hands and I'm creating it, my hands don't hurt.
Mm.
But when I am stagnant in my own thoughts and my own, I can feel the difference in my body. And I don't want to layer my body because, we become lighter and then we think these ideas like I try not to watch anybody stuff. And the reason is so I don't attract to that and think that that's the truth. I've just been really letting go and letting me show me my reality. And
Mm.
it really is to be pure of light, to be it's just having fun. And not worry about the days of because we get caught up in our head and we don't know how money's coming, blah blah blah. Let all that go. It's
Mm,
coming to us. It will show up, and it's so crazy. I let it go, and money shows up in so many different ways, and I just let it go. Okay, universe, I need it. Bring it forward, and it shows up. That's all I say. You know what I
mm,
need? Bring it
mm,
forward, and it shows up.
mm,
And
mm,
and but the one thing is, I can feel when I start layering myself with stuff, because when you start, you're in your mind and you start letting things just take placement in your body, then that energy that is being placed in your body, no matter where it's at, even if it's in your big toe, it starts growing. And the
mm.
happiness, because for me, it's like
And
I
what's
could
coming
die
through there is
because my
even
body.
when you recognize that,
Yeah,
celebrate the
yeah,
recognition, because that's
absolutely,
like actually 90% of it. When you become aware of it, you
absolutely,
don't then want to judge yourself for like
absolutely.
layers on.
Absolutely. No, and that's the great thing is when I do find that moment where it's like a pinpoint moment. Why have I stayed here so long? And then I just like, okay, so thank you for showing me that. And then I'm on to the next thing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Moving forward. So I'm not held there. Even if I
Mm,
do it for a couple, hours or whatever, or days, I want to say, because there's certain things that are core stuff that, I'm letting that go right now too. So yeah, it's just to be in the flow. And I didn't
mm.
recognize what the flow was until you just let the energy flow through your body. Because whenever you need to know anything, it's just there. It just flows too.
It's so true. And I came across this wonderful quote. There's a Greek philosopher, I can't pronounce his name, Leschapucius or something.
Uh-huh.
And all his writings had been lost except for a single sentence. And he said nothing happens at random. So I thought
Absolutely.
that was brilliant. That was the first part because that was the only bit that was remembered. But then the second part of the sentence was everything occurs for a reason and out of necessity. And I thought, just viewing like everything that happens in your life as absolutely necessary
Absolutely.
for
Everything.
something else is just such a um it's such a liberating way to live. Even if you don't know why it's necessary at that moment,
Absolutely.
it's just ultimate faith to just trust like, oh, there's a reason for this. Even
Absolutely.
horrible stuff that you sort of, you want to make reasons, oh, this happened because I did something wrong or because
Yeah.
it's of that person. You just realize, oh, there's a necessity for that. And I don't have to know it right now. Maybe it will reveal itself. Uh,
Absolutely. And you know what? In that, because that too has been big with me. When I'm going through something horrific, I go right back to my mind and I'm like, what did I do? Not anymore. I don't do any of that
yeah,
crap anymore. And that is crap. And it is what they call bullshit, because we put so much self-suffering on ourselves when all we had to do was be the light. We were the light when in a dark place. That's it. We walked by,
mm,
held the energy so it can lighten the load,
mm,
and it's just so beautiful. And we truly are. So funny. This is cutting off right now, but yeah,
mm, mm. It's
yeah,
like this, just always a reminder of the sun. You
yeah,
don't have to try and put your light anywhere. It's
absolutely.
just you just shine it because that's your being.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's getting bigger. You could feel it. At least I could feel it in me. And when I see people, I could see, I could see them.
Mm,
And then sometimes when they start talking, I don't know nothing they're talking about. And it's just like, because I see them different than they are speaking, and
I'm getting the shivers there, but there's a beauty as well in seeing people for who they really are,
yeah,
even
truly.
before they've recognized that,
Mhm.
because it's like you're helping them um, just take away the dust that's on top of their light bulb just by seeing them for who they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Because
beautiful.
it brings the new version
Yeah,
of them. And
which
yeah,
is a new version of us.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
beautiful.
It is.
Thank
I
you.
love you guys. We got this. Thank you, Edward. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Vicky.
And thank you for all of you beautiful souls that are out there that have been sending me messages and that have been with me. I love it. And it expands me and it expands you and we're working together. I feel like a team. That's what I feel like. We're a
Tap
team.
in with me. Yeah, that's a good one.
Uh,
And that, and I'm reminded of the trees again. You mentioned about the trees, but they have that the tap root, the root that
yeah.
goes really deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go. All right, guys. All right.